is, to tell you the truth, of everything I've ever offered, this is the most useful product. There's others that have done really great things, but this is probably the most useful product. And this is how we're going to run through this today. First of all, I'm going to tell you what Phedra is, or Phedra AI, depending on how you want to look at it. And I'm going to give you an actual live demonstration. I'm not going to show you recorded demonstrations, just live. I'm going to tell you how to make money with Phedra, how to save time and money with Phedra, how to get your hands on the special ultimate deal, the all-inclusive deal, how to make your Phedra unlimited if you want. And then we're going to have a little bit of a contest, so pay very close attention to what I say, because I'm going to just take something randomly that I discuss. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ask you guys to answer the question correctly at the end of the webinar, towards the end. And then I am going to offer a $50 reimbursement on your purchase, which is amazing. You'll see what I mean when we get to it, but you'll want to realize that I'm going to pick people randomly who have the correct answer, but I'm going to ask a hard enough question that you will have a really good shot. So keep that in mind. How would you like to become an instant graphic designer? That's the way I'm framing this webinar today, because when I started playing with the Phedra software, I realized you can do it. You could become an instant graphic designer. You don't need to hire a designer or anything like that. All right. You can actually become one. In fact, you could either offer your services. You could make money as an instant graphic designer, offer your image design services to others, and boost your own business. That's not the only way to make money with this, though. And you could also go the other route and use this to save time and money. No more spending on outsourcing image design for your projects. Now, what can Phedra AI actually do, and how does it differ from text to image? That's what I'm going to dive into right now. Right before I do, I want to remind you, we're getting to the really good stuff in this webinar. Make sure to tune everything else out. Bring your focus and attention right now to your screen. Listen to every word I'm going to say and watch every image I'm going to show, because it's going to blow your mind. Anytime you have a question, feel free to ask it in the question answer box. We have a full team there to answer your questions, and we'll do so live later in the webinar as well. Okay, so let's step back about a year, 18 months. We were all excited. Text to image had come out, all right? But there was a problem with text to image, and that is the old school text to image could not change specific parts of an image or consistently add or change text. Now, I played with this morning, all right, to double check that. And I have to admit, regular text to image is starting to get better, but it's just not there yet. I asked this one to say, let's be friends, and it just messed it up. I said, put it on a separate neon sign, the let's be friends, and it made the entire thing neon. So old school text to image just still isn't there. But what if you could take the best text to image models and combine them with large language models, so there's a fundamental understanding of what you're trying to do? You see, with Phedra, accuracy and versatility is king. You could either perform incremental or global changes to your graphics. And the reason you can do that is because there's an understanding of what you're asking from the AI. So it's a combination of the large language models and the text image models, and this is what you get. Here's an example. Let's say you want to build a panda bear and make your panda bear basically into a St. Patrick's Day mascot. So you start with the design on the left, and you can now ask the AI just simply. You could either ask it in your own voice, or you could just type it in at the bottom, and you'll see in the demo how that works, to hold a shamrock. That's the second image that you see. The next thing you could do is you could ask for a hat, so that the panda bear actually becomes now a panda with a hat and a shamrock. And the last thing you could do all the way on the right is you could then say, add the text, Happy St. Patrick's Day. Now, usually you have to specify the area where you want that text to show up for it to work right, but you get the idea of how to build on a graphic. So you're instantly a graphic designer here. I mean, right off the bat, because you're making incremental small changes leading to your final result. But the AI is pretty good at understanding fundamental global changes as well. So you can make a huge exponential design change. In this case, we started with the same parent design, and then we wanted to create a cute little pickleball mascot. So what we said is turn this into a cute pickle wearing a tennis visor and making it hold a pickleball paddle, right? That's what we wrote. And then we got this, which looks a whole lot like pickleball players. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend plays pickleball. She recently got a silver medal in a tournament. And I have to tell you, she kind of looks like that, but not like the pickle. But she looks cute like that with a little hat and holding the racket. I thought it was a really great depiction. Really, really cute. Here, I'll give you some more examples. Here's an example where we have a farmer's market. And in the farmer's market, we're missing an animal. We want to put a cow in there. So what do? We just ask for a cow. And then it reimagines the image. It doesn't show you the exact same image. It reimagines it with the same exact idea and then throws a cow in. Here's an example of a starting image that really looks like it could use a race car. So on the left is the starting image. We ask for the race car. We ask for a red race car. And there we got it. Now you could use text all the time. You could change text. It's not perfect, but it's really good. I mean, it's like 90%, 95%. 19 out of 20 times it works. We say, all right, change the keep going to rise above. All right. And there it is. It keeps the same idea, the same, mental, brings the same sort of feel to it. And yet it changes the text, just like you ask. Here's another example. It starts with the lion on the upper left. And as you can see, we're changing the lion as we move to the right and then down to the lower left and then down to the lower right. This is a funny one because this is actually an AI stock image site. I grabbed this off a site that charges you for their AI images. Now, the way this works is you can take images from stock image sites, and what it does is it reimagines the images so there's no copyright restriction. Basically, it is completely reimagined, but invokes the same feeling. So here's an image that was actually a little inferior, taken from online. And this is not just any image. This is a paid image, all right? This is one that you would normally purchase. This was the preview of a purchased image. And then what we did is we just had it revisualize. And look, the new and improved image by Phedra evokes the same feeling. It's the cat and the sunglasses with the orange juice, same colors to the water, same colors to the sky, same colors to the beach. You could actually do that. You could go to stock image sites and take images and reimagine them and not have to worry about paying for those images to, avoid being sued. You could just do this left and right and right and left. How about mock-ups? Here we have a cup, a coffee mug. You guys are going to love this. You ready? Look at our result on the right. I'm going to zero in on that. We asked for this design on the coffee mug, and we got it. It's adorable. Imagine the products you could design and resell right away. I'm going to show you another mock-up, and I want you to understand just how powerful the mock-up feature is. And I'll explain in a moment, and I'm going to talk about it more when we get to monetizing. Here's a starting image that's off of our templates. Now, you could either go out on the web and grab an image, you could go to your computer hard drive and grab an image, or you could use our templates, which are always the best way to start because it gives you ideas, and we have those templates there for a reason, for you to use them as a basis. So we start with this. It's a perfectly blank canvas on the handbag, and yet we end up with this. Forever grateful, we wrote on that one. You make me smile, we wrote on the one on the right. And what's so important about this is you could do this on the fly. So for instance, last week it snowed in New Orleans, it snowed in Pensacola, Florida, and many cities down south. you could have made, and you still can make after this webinar and after you purchase actual t-shirts and other memorabilia that says, I survived the great snowstorm of 2025. And you could actually sell that to those who live down south, and they will eat that up because they never had a snowstorm as strong as the one that they had down south on the Gulf Coast since the late 1800s. It was about 150 years before they had another snowstorm of that magnitude. So nobody who is alive today has ever experienced a snowstorm like they did down in the South. They were playing in the snow, going crazy in it. This all happened, of course, on the 21st. And I'll talk more about that with more examples, as you'll see later. Okay, so how does it do this? What are the key features that are driving this crazy, crazy software, which I will be demoing in just a minute? Well, first of all, it's an interactive cocktail of large language models and graphic engines. Now, I told you about that before. We have a combination of things going on here. Oliver has directed the software engineers to actually combine forces of AI models so that they work together, so they understand the images. That's incredible. So it has smart vision, meaning it understands the image you are working on as a result. And it also has this very interesting, unique listening ability that we've worked in, where you could speak what you want or type what you want, but you could do it in any language, which is really kind of fun. So, and that's very unique. You could actually do it in French if you had to. You could mark specific spots to choose exactly which part of your photo or image to change. Okay, that's another thing you can do. And we have customizable templates, lots of them. And you could get even more of them, as you'll hear, with the Ultimate package. And those customizable templates basically bring ideas to life and really help you get a jump start on this. And you can make such fundamental changes like we did with that cute pickleball player. You can make those fundamental changes so it doesn't matter that you're starting with a template. You could still basically get anything you want out of it. We also have 31 preset styles for further customization. You'll see that in the demo as well. Now, the current template categories are stickers, t-shirts, logos, social media posts, memes, virtual backgrounds, like, green screen backgrounds, that kind of thing, cards, posters, book covers, art, mugs, monograms, mock-ups, and mobile wallpapers. Let me add those up. That's 14. That comes into play later, that there's 14 categories. You'll see how. And these are those 31 preset styles I was telling you about. The variations include vintage, retro, street, watercolor, comic, black and white, and more. So that your styles give a somewhat different look each time you call something up. All right, you guys ready to see this in action? Let me hear from you. What do you think of it so far? And what do you think I'm going to show you in the demo? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Woohoo, Nancy says, woohoo. I know, it is really impressive. Oh my goodness. In my Skype, I just saw somebody did another Happy St. Patrick's Day panda bear. Oh, isn't that cute? These things happen so fast. All right, let me see what else you guys. Wow, this is amazing. Ready, very good. Wowzer, impressive. Looks mind-boggling. Yeah, wait till you see the demo. This is going to be really, really cool. Okay, so I got to go to my other window and drag it in. Starbucks is an example of something you shouldn't use, and you'll see later in my demo. Okay, so it's so simple. It just dumps you right in here, and you immediately either design from an image of your own in the upper left. You could just bring anything in by clicking right here, or you could pick from one of those categories that I mentioned for the templates, the stickers, the t-shirts, the logos, and that kind of thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you into my creations. Now, what is really interesting about the way this is set up is that once you do have a creation, I'm going to pick my Jackson Hole thing. All right. You can back up at any time through your work and pick your favorite creation and save it. So you see here on the upper right how it says export. So I can export this, which is the final or I could go back in time. Now I'm going to see, this is the backwards arrow here that I'm circling right here. I think you can see my mouse. Let me see if you can see my mouse. Yeah. And I'm going to go all the way back so you can see my reasoning. So I'm going to go all the way back. All right, I went all the way back to the beginning, and this was the template that I called up. And now all I did is in the bottom, you see right here, and I'll show you this actually in real time later, but I want to zoom through these right now, and I don't want to wait the 10 seconds for it to render. So, but what I just wrote is I said, instead of San Diego, write Jackson Hole instead of San Diego. So that's what I wrote. I could have said it, or I could have even put that in another language in there. I could have put French, Spanish. Now, when I did that, I immediately got this Jackson Hole. Now, I knew what I was after. I was after an advertisement type thing that, I could put on, let's say, Facebook, Instagram. It's square, so let's say Instagram. So I got Jackson Hole, but now the scene is wrong. Jackson Hole's in Wyoming. There's mountains there. So what I asked it to do, again, I wrote in the bottom, I said, now give me a scene of the Teton Mountains, the Grand Teton Mountains as a backdrop. And it knew exactly what I was talking about. And this is what I got. Now, it looks great. It shows the lake, which is there. It shows the mountains in the background, and they look like the Grand Tetons. But now I wanted to start changing the sky, make it more of a sunset scene. So we got that. Now I asked it for snow, I believe, on the trees, or no, we asked for the flowers to change to purple, red, and blue. Right. And that was what I thought was my final image. But then yesterday, during our demonstration, I wanted to show the styles. So you can apply a style. And I applied one of them, and we came up with something completely different. Today, I will try tattoo art. And you see how it's thinking, and it's going to change that style to something different than what you're looking at right here. So it's the same image, but we'll change the style, and that will be our final image. So that's why when we first called up Jackson Hole moments ago, you saw something a little bit different than this image. This was the actual second to last image. And there it is. It changed it now to that style. So that's basically how this works is you step through these changes, but I have so much more to show you. And I could do it just by going back to my creations and all the things that went through my head. Now, oh, by the way, that t-shirt idea I gave you before, oh my goodness, this is from the t-shirt templates. So I started out with this snowman from the templates, Winter Wonderland Joy, spelled wrong. And I said, change Winter Wonderland Joy to I survived New Orleans snow 2025 or whatever. And this is what I came up with. I survived the New Orleans snowstorm. This could be put on a t-shirt and you could sell that right now just because I just typed that. I mean, it's amazing that you could change the text immediately like that without having to go into a graphic designer. There's so many more things I've been playing with to show you. Here's another mock-up example. So here we're talking about a mug that's from our templates, and I just whimsically wanted it to say, do not break me. And this is what I got. I just wrote, say, do not break me. So you're seeing what we're doing with the text, but you could do, of course, so much more with images as well. And let's take a look at that. Now, in this case, I'm going to step you through a whole bunch of changes I made. In this one, we actually changed the dimensions. So on the right, you see where it says resize? This is now a 9:16 image, but I could make it a 16:9 image as well if I wanted, regular horizontal rather than vertical. so I could make it more of a YouTube style image rather than a TikTok image, which it is now. And that was just by clicking the resize function. And here it is. So why why are there four gorillas sharing a meal in New Orleans? Um, why are they doing that? January 21st, 2025. And by the way, if it gets the spelling wrong, like it did here, you just reimagine it. It usually gets it right the next time, or you just ask it to rewrite it. As I said, it works 19 out of 20 times the text. Well, the way that we came up with this started from a template, which I'll show you. I'll back you up all the way. So we're going all the way back to the beginning. All right, so this is the template that I picked. And I said, that reminds me, that scene, of what's going on right now on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, because I was playing with this template on the 21st when it was snowing down there. So what I did is I asked at the bottom to have a change. I wanted it to change it and say, we want snow rather than eat anytime, enjoy every time. So I got the we want snow, but I figured, well, why don't we actually show a New Orleans scene and actually show it snowing? So I changed it to New Orleans in the snow. And now we had the people eating like before, and there's the we want snow sign. And now we're looking at Bourbon Street. Well, the next iteration I tried to do it, it lost the snow. So I asked it to put the snow back. And then I asked it for some heavier snow. So it put snow on the guy's shoulders. Then at this point, I think the spelling went wrong. Yeah, it just went want snow instead of we want snow. So I asked for it back. And then I said, put New Orleans, January 21st, 2025. And this was my final image. And after that, I asked to change the people to change them to chimpanzees or to gorillas or something like that. And that's why we had the gorillas eating. But as you could see, I completely changed from the original to a snowy scene. Even though I still retained the people eating, I changed what the sign said. You could just do virtually anything. It's absolutely crazy. Let's look at more of my thinking. Oh, here's again, I built off that snow idea. And I'm going to take you back to the beginning on this one. This was one of my favorites because it just shows just how graphical everything is. I mean, we started with a waterfall and a mountain situation, but it wasn't right because, again, I wanted to show a snowy scene. So I started to change it to a snowy scene like this. And now I wanted to see if it could just add an animal. And sure enough, we were able to add an animal just by asking to put a deer drinking by the stream, which was really cool because it just added the deer drinking by the stream right there. But now I think we wanted to take away the rainbow and make it more sunsetty. So, and then we wanted to add snow on the trees as well. So there's the sunset scene and there's the snow on the trees. And again, I did that just by asking it to, right? In the bottom right here, I just typed it out. I said, add snow on the trees. Now, at this point, it started to get a little crazy. We asked for flying dinosaurs or something like that. Oh, wish you were here. We wanted it to write. And we said, and add flying dinosaurs, but it wasn't exactly the kind of flying dinosaurs we had in mind. At this point, I said, all right, you know what? Let's talk about this snowstorm they're getting down in Georgia. All right, let's have it changed to a Georgia theme. Welcome to Georgia. Now we have birds flying over. We have this says welcome to Georgia, and now all of a sudden I looked at this and I said, all right, we have our deer. We're welcome to Georgia. We're in the Georgia mountains. They're having some snow, even though the snow is more towards the coast. Said, but you know what? What if I could make a really fundamental change? Like I showed you earlier. Remember earlier I showed you how we changed it to, the pickleball from the, completely different thing. Well, in this case now, we're changing to a beach because I wanted to show the snow that happened on Pensacola Beach because I had just seen that on TikTok where people were showing the snow on the beach with the palm trees. So I wanted to see that. So I wrote, please change this to Pensacola Beach. And sure enough, I did a welcome to Florida. I asked for welcome to Florida, and then I changed it to the beach just by asking for Pensacola Beach. And The deer is still there. So that's what I ended up with. Now I changed the style after that and it became that black and white style that you saw right here. And it still retained the welcome to Florida. Isn't that cool? That's a fundamental change to the image. All right. Now that you've seen how this works, I want you to know that since most of you are going to be getting the ultimate package today, the all-inclusive ultimate package, that also includes something super cool, which is you could do this straight from your browser. So right now I'm in my Chrome browser and we have an actual browser extension as one of the options. This is included in the all-inclusive package. It's also a separate upgrade if you want. And I just did this. I haven't even seen the result until just now. All right. All I did is I went on the left-hand side right here. I picked an image from an actual stock photo site. This is iStock Photo. See how it says free with trial? They want to sell me this image. But all I did is I right-clicked and look what we have on the bottom right here. Can you see this? Revisualize this image. I just clicked that and look what I got. Phedra pops up on the upper right. And we have an image that evokes the same exact thing, the same kind of car, the same kind of trees, the same windy road. And that was just from revisualizing the image. Now, the reason you briefly saw me show Starbucks earlier is because I wanted you to know you have to be careful when you're using logos. So if you were to go grab a logo and ask it to revisualize the logo, it may not change it too fundamentally. So if I ask it to revisualize this image, it will either come up with something like this on the right or something that still looks like a ripoff, even though it's different. And we are going to solve that for you by letting you know that you can actually put text in there at this point, because now you could change this, right? And there's certain text that you can write that Dinesh has been an expert at. And he showed an example for me. Let me see. Here it is over here. Let me bring it in. He showed an example for me where he was able to type the change. And on the right-hand side, it's a little small, but if you look closely, he was able to get a completely different logo out of it. He said that he wanted the logo to say star based on this image, but it should fundamentally change, and it did. But his specific wording will be part of an upgrade, not an upgrade, a bonus that we give you for purchasing today. And that is we're going to give you some specific prompts, text prompts that we use for successful images. So I just wanted to let you know about that. You do have to be careful with things like logos because this is just unreal. I mean, I could just go in here right now on my browser and Google virtually anything. I mean, dog, I could do anything. I could just click it, click on revisualize, and on the, I'm out of credits. Hey, Oliver, I need credits. That's why you need the unlimited model, guys. All right, so this is good because I got to show you almost everything before I ran out of credits. That's pretty funny. All right, let's get back to our slideshow now that you've seen how Phedra works. That was the live demo, and you just saw the Chrome extension demo as well. Now, what do you think? Was that crazy or not? Which was crazier, that or me running out of credits? How many credits do you get with the front end option? You get 100
Todd,
iterations with the front end
Todd,
option.
which email are you using?
Mine, Todd WX should be.
Okay.
Thank you. Ooh, they're going to add credits for me. Thank you. Lynn says, running out of credits convinced me this is live. Yes, it only works on Chrome, Carl, except you, of course, have your regular login as well. That was the extra. All right. Amazing. I see you say, says Wendy. Thank you. All right, so here's some best practices because we've gone over a lot, but there's some things that I should probably point out. First of all, systematically building your design, like you saw me doing, is the best option because you will be saving your changes. It's automatically saved. You could back up to any point and start again from that point, which makes this extremely versatile and unusual. I've never seen that before. You could go back and forth to select your favorite iteration. Now, you should be specific when asking for text. I noticed that right away. I would ask it to write something and nothing would be written. And then I said, why was that? It's because I didn't ask it to write in a specific place. Should mention a specific area. Like I mentioned, write it on the sky, then it will write it on the sky. Or better yet, you can actually create an object. You could say, put a banner or put a neon sign in. And on the neon sign, write blah, 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 blah. And that works really well. If spelling is an error, you saw several spelling errors there. You just rerun the routine or ask it to do it again. It will likely catch it and fix it in one or two iterations on its own, but sometimes it then starts reading the wrong iteration. It's thinking about what you were trying to say, so it tries to do its own spell correct. But if you just write it again, then it gets fixed. But it's not like the crazy old school AI models that never get text right. I mean, it gets it right. You could utilize the focus that we have on an area to feature a more customized change. I'll show you what that focus is since I didn't show you. It's interesting. Okay, so I'm bringing it back in here, and in the upper right in here, you see how there's an area that's like purple? You could click that, and then you can make a square. See how I made the deer right there? I highlighted the deer. Now I could ask for that deer to change to another animal. I could have done it anyway, and it would have known what I'm talking about. But if you really want to specify an area, that may help. So I wanted to let you know we had that in there as well. So utilize that. When in doubt, start with a template and not an image you grab off of your hard drive. We just found that it's a little more reliable. Both work, but when in doubt, the template is a good place to start. And let the templates inspire you. Now, how to make money with this thing? There's so many different ways, and you guys brought up all kinds of things yesterday on how you would make money with it. So I'm going to let you do that again today. I'm going to let you help me. First of all, you could create mock-ups instantly with breaking news, and you could sell mugs, t-shirts, you name it. It works great with the upcoming Canva integration as well. Now, that is part of the ultimate, is that we have what's called Canva Power, and you could actually do this inside of Canva. Just like I showed you, you could do it in your browser. Believe it or not, you could also do it inside Canva in about a month because we're waiting for approval on that. All our other stuff was approved in there, so we know that it's coming in the next 20 business days, which is really cool. All right, so you could create these mock-ups, news breaks, something happens, a trend starts, and you could capitalize on that trend. As soon as news breaks, you can make a t-shirt or a mock-up. And where would you sell that? Well, there's all kinds of sites. What is it? Instaprint, Zazzle. Here, let me call up one of these. You guys probably know this better than me. Here's Zazzle, for instance, right? All the different things that you can put your designs onto for personalized gifts, etc. And some of these are actually, more affordable than others, and you can mass produce them. The other way, of course, your graphics designs, as you could see, are top notch. Now, if you missed the beginning of the webinar, let me just put an example of one that Dinesh just cooked up. I mean, just before the webinar, right there. All right, we did this for the Phedra launch, but this is what a graphic designer, this is what we could ask a graphic designer to do for us, but we didn't have to. Just seconds before the launch, we put this up, and this is what folks saw when we started the launch, when we started the webinar today. That's what I'm trying to say. So with your graphics being so good, you could sell your services via Fiverr, Upwork, or others, and you could get a portfolio of your work almost immediately. In other words, what I just showed you, all the things that I've been putting together just in the past few days, you can actually create a whole portfolio of those, show those on your sort of personal profile on a place like Fiverr. And when you do that, you immediately have credibility. You could also utilize your graphics and memes on social media posts. Now, this is a little more lengthy way to make money, but you could grab followers that way. Obviously, followers then lead to different kinds of monetization. On YouTube, it leads to ads. On TikTok, it can even lead to the creative rewards program. You could use it on things you're creating that are over, let's say, 1 minute long, and get paid with the creative rewards program after you get a certain number of followers. It's not as instant, but one of the things you can do is you could use them for ads as well and make money from the return on the investment on those ads. But this next one is one that I really want to highlight because we have a lot of partners that are already doing this. You see where it says create collections of images such as green screen backdrops, and you could sell those on Warrior Plus. If you look it up, Warrior Plus is a platform that sells um, various different software, and JVZoo and other platforms. In fact, this product is being offered through JVZoo. We know of a lot of people, and you've probably purchased, for myself or one of the people that sent you here, you've probably purchased collections of images. Now you can create collections of images and you could sell those. And it's pretty easy to do now. In fact, it's very easy to do if you get the unlimited option, which we'll be showing you about. What ideas do you have in terms of making money? We'll go about saving money in a minute, but what ideas do you have? Let me know in the question answer box of something that you can see making money with from this product, because it's just so versatile. I can't think of everything right off the bat. Nancy says sell logos, visual ads to local businesses or any business. So those that are posting the ads could purchase that from you. Okay, that's a really good suggestion. You could help small local businesses, says Russ. And yes, we do have included the commercial rights on this. You could use this for your blog posts, and those blog posts may be monetized. That's another one. David's head is spinning. You could help churches, says Rush. Lynn, yeah, it takes bad images and improves it right away. Yeah, well, you'll because basically it reimagines the image. Sure. All right. Thank you for that help on that. Well, how about saving money and saving time? And time is money, of course. Money loves speed. You no longer need to have paid stock image sites. Now, we've said this before. It's like a broken record because we said that with regular text to image, but there was still problems, right? Now we have real graphic designs. We're not just dealing with images. These are graphic designs that we're popping out, all right? And because of that, and because the images are even better here, we now, and because of the way that we have that Chrome extension, it's really easy to just click and change an image from a graphic image site. All right. You could quickly create graphics to fit your videos. Of course, first video scripts is the way to do it. You write it all down, you block it all out. And as you're blocking it out, you say, okay, I need a cat running here. I need a person shaking someone else's hand at a computer here, right? And everything that comes in your mind, you can create. All right. And all you do is you just start with one of our templates or start with an image that's similar to what you're looking for. And you could change it completely up so that it's exactly what you want. You could cook up whole website designs. Now, you can't do a website from scratch with this. You need, these are the blocks, these are the building blocks, the images that go in the website. But you don't have to hire a graphic designer to do it. You know, I mentioned that my colleague, my partner Danish is here in the other. I see him in Skype actually coming up with things as we're talking, which is pretty funny. So I'm gonna download what he's coming up with. All right, let me see if it downloaded. I really want to show you this if possible. Okay, well, I'll just show you my Skype. He wanted a more photorealistic St. Patrick's Day panda bear. So he came up with this while we were talking before. I mean, just on the spot, right? So this isn't part of that other one that I showed you at the beginning of the webinar. And this is something he just was watching while we were doing it, while we were speaking. Thank you, Dinesh, for doing that. It's pretty funny. You could also use that voice feature on mobile to make designs on the go. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, remember, it has that speaker. It can actually understand you. It understands your speech. And what ideas do you have in terms of saving you time or saving you money? What ideas can you think of in terms of that? I'm just curious if you could put something in there so that I could share it with others, since there's just so much stuff and I can't go over all of it. Book covers, says Henri. Yeah. Create children's books on the fly with text included in the images. Nancy, that's a great idea. In fact, we did it last night on the webinar and I forgot to show it because we actually were able to achieve that right away. All right. Yeah, George, good question. Somebody answered George in the question and answer box. Oh, David says, I'm building a community site. This would make for an awesome service for me to sell member access to on a white label version. Any hope of that? All right, somebody answered David in the question and answer box. You do not have to purchase stock images, right? That's how to save money with it. And the mobile voice, Steven says, is a huge time saver. All right, so you guys see just how unbelievable this is. I'm going to break this down in an offer for you. We're just going to, this is so desirable that I know we're getting so much feedback right now in the question and answer box that you just want to get this right away. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat how we're breaking this down for you, how we're making it affordable for you and us so that we don't, have problems, affording it on our end. All right. So the basic software itself is called Phedra Pro. That includes the smart vision, meaning you type something in and it understands how to change the image. Then we have that specific spot editing I told you about. We have the ability to change the size, change to any sizing. We have 100 generations per month, which will only give you maybe 30 images a month or so if you make 3 changes each, right? It's 30 iterations, but it will give you it'll let you dabble in the software. And this is going to be valued at $47. Phedra Pro actually is going to, I think, run $47. The Template Club is something else that's in there. Now, I'm going to show you why you should be getting all this together. But the Template Club is 20 new templates, images for each category, each of the 14 categories for 12 months. So that gives you almost 3,000 new images per year because it's 20 new images or templates in each category for 12 months. That's another part of this offer. The next part of this offer is what we call SE Power. That's the extension that I showed you, how you could just use it straight from your browser. Right? That's another upgrade that is going to be included in the all-inclusive package. And then we have something called Canva Power. Canva Power means that within a month, we're going to give you the ability to access the app in Canva itself, even the free Canva, not necessarily the professional version, but even the free. So it's the power of Phedra directly inside Canva for the ultimate design possibilities, since many of you are already creating designs inside of Canva. This exclusive app will be added as soon as it's available. It's about 1 month time. And then finally, what we really want you to get today is one of two things. And it won't be this price because we're going to bring the price down for you since you're on the webinar. And that's the Ultimate Access Pass. That includes everything you just saw. Phedra Pro, which is the basic version of the software, the extra templates, that Chrome extension, which just allows you to do that right click and change, and the ability to work inside Canva. That is really what you're going to be getting today, the Ultimate All Access Pass. And on top of that, I also want you to know that there is an upgrade for either one, whether you get the basic or you get the Ultimate All Access Pass, you're going to want to get the unlimited usage. The value of that is priceless. And that's something else that you will be able to get today. You'll be able to make your purchase and turn it unlimited. All right. Let me ask you this. Are you ready to take one of those two paths? Let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you're ready to take one of those two paths. That's the basic software or the ultimate all-inclusive package. Lots of ones. Are you ready? And don't forget, either one of those can be supersized by going unlimited immediately after purchasing, whether you just get the basic version or you get all those things grouped into one. You could turn both of them into unlimited. Are you ready for that? I got to see those ones in the chat box to keep going. Yes, you're ready to go unlimited. All right. Then enough of me saying, are you ready? Let me get you to the actual link to get this. And hang on after that because we still have a contest. We still have bonuses to show you and a whole bunch. But I want to make sure that you get a chance to get this now. The link is coming. Come back to your computer. You won't believe what we're putting the whole package together at. All right, so here are the two choices. Either you get that basic Phedra Pro software for $47. All right, that's just the software itself at toddsuggest.com/Phedra. Or better yet, get that on Ultimate, which includes the Canva Power, which includes the Chrome extension, which includes the templates every single month for a year. Get that and then put a special coupon in. Excuse me, the coupon is for the unlimited. And get that, it's only $137. You don't need a coupon for that. All right, that's what we're suggesting you get today because the folks on the webinar get a chance to participate in this special deal and get it at this special price. And here's where to do it. Go here now, toddsuggest.com/Phedra. That's toddsuggest.com/Phedra. That's PHEDRA. And there you have it. It's only $137. Once you get in there and you make your choice, all right, of either getting just that basic for $47 or the $137, the entire package, once you're in there, you're going to want to supersize this and get the unlimited. And here's how the unlimited works. We have a very special coupon for you for 50% off so that it's $148.50 because normally it would be twice that. It would be $297. All right. So instead of $297, you use your coupon, which is half off. Lower left on your screen. See it? It says half off. You plug that in, and you could actually, for $148.50 per year, make yours unlimited. So whichever you purchase, you can make it unlimited. Almost everybody here I know is going to be picking this one. That's the ultimate. The ultimate is also known as the all-inclusive package. So for those of you that are at all confused, I want to remind you, the ultimate includes the basic software called Phedra Pro. It includes the extension. It includes the 20 templates per category per month, and it includes Canva Power. Within 30 days, you'll be getting the Canva Power ability to do this inside of Canva as well. That's an amazing deal. So even though you could think of this kind of like a bundle, you can see the price isn't like a bundle. Most people, when they do bundle stuff, it's like $297, $497. No, this is very affordable to get all that stuff packaged together. And then from there, you'll want to make yours unlimited so you could go to town with this and you could sell your services 1, 2, 3. Now, we do have some bonuses that I want to show you as well. We have the Phedra Done For You Image Prompt Vault. We will have that within 72 hours. That is what I explained before, where we'll show you some of the prompts that we've been using and which templates we've been using them for, and you could see the results. It will give you an idea of how to succeed with this. We're also going to be giving you the Engagement Hub, which is our BioLink app, and that allows you on social media to have just one link that folks can go to. It's kind of like a mini web page. We also are going to give you our Click Boost software. It's a link shortener and redirector, which is really good. And my TikTok breaking news strategy. Last year, I was very successful on TikTok. I still am, but it happened all of a sudden within just a matter of days because I picked breaking news. In fact, I picked breaking weather news. And because I knew that trending news is the place to go in order to get views, I was able to immediately monetize that in the creator rewards program, got several $1,000s right off the bat, just in the first few weeks. And that's what you can do as well if you follow my strategy there. And our 30-day Phedra content planner. All those bonuses are included. And in just a moment, I'm going to have a contest for those of you that did purchase, and you'll hang on for that. It's a hard question, by the way. So if you were paying really close attention, you have a good chance at winning. You do get a bonus just for attending today, by the way. And that's our Phedra Business Kickstart. And this will come to you in several days, automatically just for being here today. And that's unlocking the power of Phedra to turn your ideas into a thriving business. I'll talk more about this actually a little bit later on. I'll get to the contest in just a minute. First, before so, I want to just see if you have any questions to answer. And as you're doing that, I am going to just put the slides back up right here so that you see what's going on. It's Phedra Pro, the basic software for $47, but the package, which is where it's at, is $137. All right. And then once you get either one of those, no matter which path you choose, make sure to consider making it unlimited so that you don't have restrictions. You saw how I ran out of credits. That wasn't planned, by the way. If you think that was planned just to say, oh, I may run out of credits, that just happened. And hopefully my credits have been restored. That was pretty funny. Okay, so start with this. Go to toddsuggest.com/Phedra. Yes, Luann.
Your credits have been restored. Yes.
Oh, why, thank you. Oh, no. Now we have breaking news. Okay, so my son just texted me, did I feel the earthquake? I didn't feel anything. But apparently there was an earthquake in eastern Massachusetts, is what he's saying. If there was, if it was significant, you could actually right now turn around and make a graphic about that earthquake. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so I'm going to look this up just for fun and see if there's any news on this. Let's see. Earthquake. Magnitude 3.8. Located in southern Maine near Boston. Okay, so I see the earthquake. I should have felt it while we were doing the webinar where I am in Western Mass, but I didn't. And my son is closer to Boston, and he could have perhaps felt it. That earthquake was only 3.8. Had it been, let's say, a 5.5 or something, you could immediately make a graphic. Did you survive the earthquake of January 27th, 2025? In fact, we'll do that later. I'll play around with that inside Phedra in front of your eyes. That's how great this software is. That's why you should be getting it at toddsuggests.com/Phedra. Now that I have my credits refreshed, I'll be able to go back in there and I'll be able to do that. Let me know if you are in the question answer box. We want to hear from you and give you a quick shout out. All right. Let me know. Say hello in there. And I will be getting to that magic contest in just a moment. Louise is in. Anwa is in. David is in. Tanya is in. All in unlimited set. David. Kirby. Beth just purchased. Louise. Unlimited. Says Dale Bateman. Wendy Walter. Yeah, the contest is for people who purchased. You're going to be getting, if you purchased the Ultimate, you'll be getting $50 reimbursement. If you purchase just the Pro, you'll be getting a $25 reimbursement. All right, it's too many. Thank you very much for posting that. All right, here's the contest. This is, everybody come back to your keyboard. I know that you're in the middle of purchasing and it's exciting. Come back to your keyboard, get ready. I'm going to ask a question. And the question is going to involve something I said in passing early in the webinar. It was in a few minutes in. It was maybe 5 or 10 minutes in. And of the correct answers, I'm going to choose. Okay, of the correct answers, I'm going to choose. And I am randomly going to pick a winner. And then you're going to send your PayPal email and your receipt to us at an email address that we give you. Okay? For a $50 reimbursement on your purchase. All right, here's the question. Early in the webinar, as I showed you the pickleball stuff and how we came up with the pickleball, I had mentioned that the pickleball player looked kind of cute like my girlfriend looks when she plays pickleball. And I also said that she was awarded something. What was she awarded recently? What was she awarded? Do 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 do. Very good. I'm going to randomly pick from the right answers. It has to be a specific thing. If you already wrote something, but it's not specific, you have to be specific. It has to be very specific. Okay, I've chosen randomly from the right answers. A lot of you got it, more than I thought would. Terrence Collins says silver medal, and congratulations to many of you who did get the right answer, but Terrence is the one who got picked randomly. Terrence, this is what I need you to do. Silver medal was right. Send us your PayPal email and send us a receipt of your purchase for either $25 or $50 reimbursement. If you bought just the Pro, if you bought the Pro and the Unlimited, then you get a $50 reimbursement. If you bought the package and the Unlimited, you get a $50 reimbursement. If you bought just the Pro, you get $25. If you bought just the Ultimate, you get $50. In other words, if you spent more than $50, you're getting the $50 back. Okay? And if you spent less than $50, you're getting $25 back. Just send us your receipt, send us your PayPal email, and send it to yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. Luann, if you could send that to Terrence and also post that in the chat.
Terrence Collins. Oh, sorry. I was.
Terrence Collins.
Thank you so much. Yes, I will do
Your
that.
green screen guy at gmail.com is the email address to write to, Terrence. And Luann's going to find you and send you that email address too right now in your GoToWebinar. All right. Congratulations, everyone. We may do that again later, so stay on in case you want to play again. All right. For just a moment here, I'm going to have Luann, if you wouldn't mind just coming on for a second. I'm going to check a couple of things, and then I'm going to do another demo. If you could come on and just answer questions for just a moment.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
As you can tell, we're multitasking here. Karen, yes, there is definitely a money back guarantee. It's 30 days. So you can, go ahead and purchase and feel comfortable that you have 30 days to try it out and see if it's worth keeping, which I'm sure you will decide that it is. Someone just asked me about they tried the coupon code on the front end, but we're not sure how you did that because there is no coupon code on the front end. The coupon code is half off and it's only available for the yearly unlimited. Half off, HALFOFF, only available for yearly unlimited. Carl, congratulations. Carl says he's in. Russ, I'm going to have to work with you later on that situation. I'm not sure why you're not seeing that. John, yes, we have the link again for you. It is already in the chat, and it's a live link in the chat. It will not be a live link where I share it with you in because it'll be a copy and paste. Joseph, the deals are you can get the front end for $47. You get 100 generations per month with the front end. If you purchase the all-in package, it's $137. You get all the OTOs, which includes the Canva option as well. That is not available if you take the front end and do the OTOs. So that's a special thing. If you want the unlimited, you will see that link after you make your purchase for Ultimate. And the unlimited is $148.50 after per year after you put in the coupon code half off for your 50% off discount. Yes, Mark, the 148.50 will be the exact same year after year if you go ahead and purchase that today. So you will be grandfathered in at that price. You're welcome, Mark. Paul, no, Polly, we have no uh, plans. Sorry, no plans to add anything beyond Canva. Canva was an extremely difficult thing for us to add, and they are very, very particular. And when we added it to a previous product, it took us a very, very long time to go through their entire approval process. So this is a very, very special and unique thing to be able to integrate with Canva. So please do keep that in mind. And you can use the free version of Canva with Phedra. So do keep that in mind as well. And the Chrome extension, we had some people last night that were talking about the Chrome extension they had purchased on the webinar and dove into using the Chrome extension, and we're so excited and just even commented that the Chrome extension by itself was worth even more than what we were asking for the entire package. So that is a very, very exciting addition to have that. No, Wendy, today is not the last day to purchase. This is actually the very first day to purchase as far as today is official launch day. We probably have the sales page available for everyone right now. And the replay is actually on the sales page. The launch goes through February 3rd, Monday, and you have that time to make that purchase, but do be aware that the pricing will be going up during our entire launch period. Yes, David, the 148.50 is in addition to the 137. You will see unlimited after you make your purchase for Ultimate. No, Henry, this is the cheapest you're going to find it. Yes, we have a very special deal for all of you here because you are all here. You get to see this actually before lunch because lunch came at 11 o'clock today. So you were here for that, along with people who were on last night's webinar. Lloyd, yes, you will get that bonus. Yes. Anshu, if you want to answer Sydney or Cindy, sorry, if you want to answer her, double check her account, something about she had to validate. I've flagged that for you. Wendy, congratulations for that decision. Yes. Yes, Joseph, it's 137 plus the 148.50. 137 is one time and the 148.50 is yearly. Grady, if you did not receive your login, Anshu asked you if you just post your email in the chat there, and he'll take care of you. For anybody else, if you do not receive your login information immediately, on the thank you page, we have a link that will take you to the login for Phedra, and you can use forgot password as your quick fix for not having your password immediately. That'll take care of it. Congratulations, Lloyd. Larry, yes, Anshu's answered you that you don't have to start with a full image. You can use icons, emojis, anything you want, and it'll reimagine. June, congratulations, she's in. David, I don't know that there's any particular story about the name. We had a number of people asking about it. We just think it's a fantastic name that Oliver chose, and it makes it different and stand out.
Okay, thank you, Luann. I just
You're
want to
welcome.
briefly show that I'm just starting my work on the earthquake. So the earthquake was at 10:22. It was in York, Maine, which is just over the border from New Hampshire. And you can see some of the work that I've been starting to do here. And all I did inside Phedra X is I went to previous earthquake picture. Obviously, it was from a much more serious earthquake. I just right-clicked. I did revisualize the image. I got this image here. Actually, I got this one. And then I wrote on the bottom, I said, please make the buildings lean over towards each other. And that's what I got. Now, that was one that I was playing with. The other one I'm playing with, which is a little difficult for it, is I've been starting to play with a map. And I wrote, at first I just said, write the text earthquake York, Maine 2025. And it wouldn't write it because I didn't specify it like I mentioned before. So then I specified right side of the screen on a banner, write earthquake York, Maine 2025. And it, is starting to come up with something that's very close to what the actual extent of the earthquake was. So it's really interesting how I'm starting to work on this right now, right in front of you, just by, going to the news and just clicking to the right and then revisualizing the image and coming up with something that is similar, but of course, completely different, so that I am not violating AP, the Associated Press or Fox News or CNN or anything like that. I'm making it completely my own, which is really interesting. Here's
Hi,
another
Todd.
example. Go ahead,
I'm
Dinesh.
sorry. Todd, please check your Skype. I created something for you.
Wow, that was quick. That's exciting. Holy moly. Wait till you see this, guys. Dinesh actually worked even faster. Remember, this happened at 10:22, so it was less than an hour ago that the earthquake happened. And he gave me the text that he used as well. Here, let me show you the Skype. That's great work, Dinesh. Create a dramatic and thought-provoking photorealistic image with the text, "Did you survive the earthquake, January 27th, 2025?" Prominently displayed in bold, distressed typography to convey urgency and impact. You put this text in, but what template did you use, Dinesh, or what image did you use?
I used the image from, I will give you the input image also. Just 1 second.
Yeah, I'd like to see the input image on this.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Guys, is this the most amazing thing you've ever seen? This is happening right in front of our eyes right now. This is absolutely crazy. This is like breaking news in itself that we can do this. This is probably more breaking news than this minor earthquake. The fact that we can do this in seconds like this. I can't believe this. Guys, you've got to get in there and purchase this. While Dinesh is getting that, let me show you that link again. I'm absolutely stunned.
We are giving all the prompts, all the input images as a bonus. So
Yeah, I
that the
know.
people
All right,
buy.
guys,
Yeah.
make sure you go to this link and purchase now. It's toddsuggest.com/Phedra. I was unaware that we could do something this sophisticated. Dinesh, if you could show me the image you used to start. Is this?
Yeah, I used Google Image. Then I used this one.
This is what you came up with. Did you survive? That's really funny.
That one.
Where did you come up with such a long prompt?
I used ChatGPT.
ChatGPT for it?
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys amazed at that happened? That Dinesh was able to put this together so quickly? All right. So if this was a bad earthquake, we could have done this and put this on, memorabilia. Wow.
Yeah, so just imagine if you have a blog post and people will instantly create images and add these images on your blog post. So people will search on Google right now, right? And you will rank on Google very quickly. Your blog will rank on Google very quickly. So a lot of traffic you will get on your blog post immediately.
I'm sending this to my son who just went through the earthquake. This is great. I got to send this to him. Hold on. All right. Fantastic. Whew. toddsuggest.com/Phedra. My credits have been restored, so we could go back inside. If you guys want me to play with the software. Of course, I just lost my window. Yesterday, we were talking about changing the actual sizes of the images. It's Monday. It's time to take over the world. This graphic. So that was one size. This was another size. This was another size. That was a square. This is also a square, and that's what we started with. And then from there, we progressed. This was an interesting one because when it started, it didn't have the actual solar eclipse on the left. So I just wrote, change the circle to an actual solar eclipse, and it gave me this. Now it's thinking. Why is it thinking? Oh, I must have changed the sizing. Huh. We did this last night on the webinar. I'll show you what I started with. Oh, this was actually what I created. I'll show you where I got it from. I uploaded this picture, and I wanted a similar kitchen design. And it came up with this, and then we started changing it from there. So I was able to see a different kind of kitchen island that was similar. And again, you can always start your design from your own image. You don't necessarily have to take one of the templates. This is a picture of my 95-year-old dad, and it's going to reimagine him, but it'll show a similar posture and that sort of thing. But it won't be the same person, but it will be evoke the same kind of imagery. See the same sort of 1970s style lighting, the same leaning over in the white t-shirt, the gray hair, that sort of thing. Older man. It's so good to have my credits back. And of course, toddsuggest.com/Phedra. All right, Luann, come on back.
Michael just said that the pics today look even better than last night's webinar. And I was about to answer him in the middle of answering him saying that you've been working really hard on these creations. So that's why. And also, Oliver mentioned when you lost your credits that you could have logged in through your Chrome extension and created that way.
Paulie wants to know why I didn't buy unlimited. Okay, please keep asking your questions. A lot of folks are helping you, I see, in the question answer box. That's great.
Yeah, Terry, Shannon posted the link so that you can see the sales page. Dave, if you get the unlimited, you won't have to worry about any generations that you're using. So that's the easy answer. And otherwise, you're restricted to 100 generations per month. Henry, it's not created to do swap faces. It's like, that's more like face form. But let's see, we had a message from Oliver earlier. And I've forgotten exactly what that was. Now I have to go back and reread that. There is something that will be added in the next update. It's a face keep function that's going to keep the person's face in a different pose. So that is coming in the future update.
So my son wrote back, he said, you know, that graphic that we came up with is perfect for this because it was such a minor earthquake that this would be a great tongue-in-cheek sort of thing to sell. Did you survive the earthquake of January 27, 2025? Because it was only 3.8, you know, and hardly anybody is feeling it. He said he barely felt it. He felt it. He's in the western suburbs of Boston, but he said it was really minor, so it'd be really funny. I like that.
I have to tell you a funny story. My parents moved to California and experienced a number of earthquakes in California. And my husband and I had decided that we were going to move to Maine. And isn't that a coincidence? That's where this particular earthquake happened. Well, we get to Augusta and we weren't there 3 months and we had an earthquake. And we laughed and laughed and laughed about that so much because that was one of the reasons we didn't want to move to California. And it was a minor earthquake too, enough to shake the house, shake things, and rattle stuff. But you know, it was minor. Kirby, this is an evergreen product. Phedra is an evergreen product, so it will be around. It won't be the same price as you're getting right now. This is the lowest price that we're going to offer it, but it will be around. So at a future time when you're ready, it will be available. Susie, understand, and I know that a lot of people do very well in places like Etsy and that, and you just need to keep trying. Understand.
Okay, we're going to do another contest. You guys want another contest? Yes? Another contest.
They are saying yes.
All right, $25 this time. Reimbursement, no matter what you purchased. All right, this is an easy one. Easy question. I'm going to take the right answer, but I'm going to have to do it really quickly. You'll see why when I ask the question, because you could theoretically look this one up. Okay, get ready. You have to answer right away. Come back to the keyboard. $25 reimbursement. Here we go. Exactly what time was the earthquake during the webinar? Exactly what time was it? I mentioned it. You have to get the exact time. I mentioned it twice. All right, you're running out of time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One right answer, Mike Lyons. All right, Mike. 10:22 is the correct answer. 10:22 a.m. Mike, you win an actual. And if, by the way, if anyone else answered correctly, my apologies that Mike's the one that came through. 10:22 a.m. is the right answer. It happened during the webinar. We just did a graphic for that earthquake. And please send your PayPal email and your receipt for any purchase that you made of Phedra to yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. Did you get that down, Luann? Mike Lyons, Lyons.
I did, and I posted our email in the chat to him.
Okay, it's a $25 one, Luann. Jot that down. All right, while we're here, I'm going to show you a little demo on the Canva extension that Anshu did. If it's here, let me see. You'll have to turn your microphone up for that. Okay, turn your microphones up. We're starting the demo for the extension.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the demo of the new Phedra Google Chrome extension. So once you've installed the extension, you would find it here under extensions. So once you click on it, just click on Get Started. All right. And then you can take any image from the internet and try to replicate it by right-clicking on it and scroll down, and you would see this particular option, revisualize this image with the Phedra logo out here. Just click on it and Phedra would start working. Now this is the replica that Phedra created of this particular image that I used. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a text prompt to try to change the image a little bit. So maybe change color of the gown to red. Okay, something like this, and then click on create. See, so the gown's color was changed to red. Now this not only works with images with people and landscape and all that, it also can create replicas of images with text. Okay, so let me show you an example. So for example, let's take something, this one. All right, best summer ever. So I'm going to create a replica first. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this image to a neon sign. All right, same text, but a replica was created based on the text prompt that I entered. So this is how Phedra can create replicas of images. Now you can also create short videos, very short videos from the image that you've created using this button here. Then you have an upscale and refine option here. You can upscale the existing image to a higher resolution and quality. And then this button can be used to download the generated image onto your computer. Now, if you want to start from scratch, you can use this button, which would clear everything and would take you back to the beginning. All right. So I hope you like the demo. If you have any questions, do let us know. Thank you.
Here I have an image of a beach in the afternoon sun. So I'm going to change the background to sunset and add a beach shack near the palm trees. So once I've typed in the prompt, I'm going to click on create. All right, we have the sunset and we have shacks added here, which were not there before. All right, not only that, we can also add text prompts in different languages which are not English. So let's try a French prompt. So I've translated add a jet ski on the shore to French. And I'm going to use this prompt here. Okay, a jet ski was added and using a French text prompt. Now let's try the voice prompt. Make the background night and add lights on the shacks. Okay, so I've recorded it and now you can click on play button to listen to the recording. Make the background night and add lights on the shacks. Okay, if you want to redo it, you can just click on delete and re-record your voice prompt, and then click on create. Okay, so the background was changed to night, and there are lights on the beach shack. Now let's see how the remove background feature works. Let's okay. We have this image, and I'm going to try to remove the background. So for that, I'll click on export, and then click on remove background. Okay, so the background was removed. Now let's see the precise edit feature. So you have this purple box here. You just have to click on it. Now you would be allowed to select or highlight an area in the image. So I have highlighted this image, and I'm going to add a prompt to it. Here we go. A snowmobile was added in front of the cabin.
I love the way he says snowmobile. All right, I'm going to show you one little demo that I did as well. You've already seen this kind of, but you'll see it again more in action. What you're seeing here is me just transforming an image that originally said San Diego, and now I'm changing it to Jackson Hole. I'm going to add the actual Grand Teton Mountains in the background, which is, of course, near Jackson Hole. Then I'm going to change the sky color to a deeper blue. And then, finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change the color of the flowers to both purple, blue, and red. And once again, there you have the idea of the software actually listening to what you're saying, understanding the image that you're trying to change, which makes this so fundamentally different than anything else that we have seen before. And now you should see my screen again. I'm going to show you what's included in what one more time. The actual basic software, of course, as you know, is this. It includes the ability to understand what you're saying and change different parts of the image with Smart Vision. And you could also change specific spots. You could change to any size. There's 100 generations per month. You could also remove the background of your images too, as you saw Anshu do. That's the basic software. But the 100 generations per month, you might burn through if you are doing this for anything other than your own personal use. Even on your own personal use, you may burn through the 100 generations. That's why we're suggesting you go unlimited. However, what we really think you should be picking up today, because it's priced so low, is the package which includes a whole bunch of stuff. That's the Phedra Ultimate All Access Pass. And that includes the Template Club, which gives you 20 new starting images for each category each month for 12 months. That includes what we call SE Power, which is the Phedra extension. Takes the power of Phedra and design directly into the Chrome extension, right? So that you could, it's very easy to put in. You install it right away, it installs immediately, and then it's just there whenever you want it with a right click. You could see an image, any image that you want to recreate. You simply right click and then pick revisualize or reimagine, whatever. I think it was revisualize, and download without even logging into the app. And it also includes Canva Power. That's our Canva app for Phedra, which means you go into Canva itself. It's really like the Phedra app for Canva, because you go into Canva and it will be there. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's call it the Phedra app for Canva. Phedra app for Canva rather than Canva app for Phedra. Directly inside Canva, you'll be able to access the software and continue on your designs using Phedra every step of the way, which is really amazing. And then as a separate upgrade, you could make whatever you purchase unlimited. And that's the separate upgrade, because that costs us a lot of money when you do the various generations That's costing us a lot of money. So we have to charge for that. Otherwise, we'd go broke. But we're doing an unlimited usage for you. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? We went through this already. To choose your two paths. Yes, of course you're ready. And that is toddsuggest.com/Phedra for Phedra Pro, which is the basic software, or that package, which includes it all. And that is for $137 only. $137 today. It's normally $228. If you added all the other stuff up together, it comes to $228. So you want to get this all together. At $137, you're saving $91. And then after you purchase that, don't forget to upgrade with the unlimited and use the coupon half off. The bonuses, once again, include the done for you image prompt vault. That's something that we've been working on and we gave you a hint of. All right. It's going to be just like this. We're going to show you the prompts and the original images you should use. All right. And the results. And it will give you ideas of what you can do. The Phedra Engagement Hub, that's our BioLink app. I saw a question where you wanted me to show you more about that. So at the bottom, it says toddsuggests.com. Oh, no, that's the link shortener. So the BioLink app is similar to Linktree. You know how Linktree has a paid service? You go in and your links go anywhere. That we have one which is not paid. You don't have to pay for it. And it's like a little mini website where you could just lead people from each different thing that you do. It's great for social media. Phedra Click Boost, that's the link shortener. That's what we're using. We're actually using that product right here at the bottom where it says toddsuggest.com/Phedra. That is Phedra Click Boost. It's a link shortener and redirector. And my TikTok breaking news strategy, that's priceless. It tells you how you can, make money on TikTok using the creator rewards program. And the way to do it is by actually getting in on breaking news, just like we had the earthquake today. So the earthquake happened. You could now immediately turn around. If I had time and I wasn't on a webinar, I would have already made a TikTok about it, right? And I would have gotten people. I should do that right now, as a matter of fact. I should put Luann back on, have her answer questions, and I should do a TikTok on the earthquake that happened at 10:22.
And use the graphic.
I'm going to use the graphic. So why don't I do that? I'll make a TikTok with that graphic, the one that I survived, the earthquake. I'll use that behind me on green screen. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what I came up with. All right. How about that? I post a TikTok and I come back on. You guys can see how quickly I could turn around this product.
Yeah. And Carl, he doesn't actually monetize it in any particular way. He has so many viewers, and that's what he's going to show you in the training that we have as a bonus. He has so many viewers that he is getting paid by TikTok for the views on his account. So he doesn't have to put any links in. He does have a store there on TikTok, but he doesn't have to actually monetize that particular video.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, you.
I don't have a real store on TikTok. No, I mean, there's something in there, but it's not real. And I get monetized for the views, not for the
right. But do you have the stand store?
The stand store is something separate. That's just my bio link that's in there.
Gotcha. Okay. So he doesn't have it monetized at all then.
So the way that I'm going to monetize this right now is I'm taking a picture of what Dinesh did during the webinar that I showed everybody. All right, let me show you again. Taking a picture of this. All right, you guys are watching me make money in right now. I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to use that as a backdrop. I'm going to talk in front of it. Did you survive the earthquake? And then I'm going to ramble about the earthquake, where it happened. Did you feel it? And then I'm going to stop, and it'll be a 1-minute video or a little over a minute. Then people are going to watch that because they're searching right now for it. And then I'm going to get paid on the views. That's what's going to happen. So I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to have you answer some more questions. I'm going to do this video, and then I'm going to post it to TikTok, and then I'm going to download it, and I'm going to show it to you. Okay? All right. So first, I need you to continue to answer questions while I do this because I'm turning off my. Thank you.
And yes, Peter, support at synthesis.io. Your first one that you have there, and it is in the chat as well. No double S's at the end like you have in the second one. So, but it is in the chat if you want to copy it right off the chat. Stephen, when we partner on a product, Todd's link, affiliate link, is never used. So we are the partners, we are the vendors for this product. If you have a particular affiliate that you want to go through, then please do go through that affiliate, and all the bonuses that we talked about today, they are yours. It does not matter which affiliate you have purchased through. So don't be concerned about that. These are the affiliates. These are the bonuses for everyone. Yes, thank you, Benjamin. Henry, that's great, perfect. V. Todd Gross, Gross. You spelled it a little bit wrong there. V. Todd Gross, Gross. Susie, yes, this absolutely does. Everything that you saw here on the webinar today that Todd demonstrated to you in real time, and it has been used by many others for the last, whatever it's been, 6 weeks maybe. And yes, it does exactly what we have shown you. So you will have a good time. Just follow the training. I did get a link for the training. I should maybe post it. They're going to link it inside the members area. They're going to link it inside there, but I will post that in the chat as well. If you want to watch the training demo, you can see that. There are a number of places that pay for views, Benjamin. Yeah, we're aware of some of those. No, Stephen. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine on the half off discount. Again, though, do keep in mind that pricing will be going up, but we're going to leave the coupon. The coupon will remain the same, but the amount may change. Elijah, did you already purchase Unlimited? You're welcome, Susie. And I just want to know if you need that link because you already purchased. You have to purchase on I'm sorry, I'm reading that backwards. You want Ultimate. I was thinking that was unlimited. I knew that was going to happen one of these days. But yes, do you need the link is what I'm trying to find out. I will post that for you just in case. Thank you, Peter, for sending that screenshot. Support will take care of you. Okay, lunch. Okay, I sent the link again to you just in case. Let me try again. Gerd, I wish I could read your German. I can't copy it to translate it, so I'm not sure. I hope you're saying you're in. That's interesting. Aha, Shannon answered you. That was good. Cindy is wondering if she can add a character of her own to a Phedra template. And somebody else asked if they could create their own templates. So that's another question. If Anshu, if you are on, if you can. Oh, I just see. Anshu answered you already. Cindy, no, not at this time. Maxwell, I didn't even see your first question, but I think when Todd comes back from his TikTok, we might be able to get him to do a book cover. It's the Todd Gross, Carl, is Todd's TikTok that he does that he actually has a couple accounts, but that's the one that he does all the information about current events, breaking news. Tangela, okay. I'm glad you got to the right place this time. Okay. Samuel, it does not state anywhere that you have unlimited. However, you do, if you purchased it, you do. So you just have to trust the system. Susie, the monthly price will be going up. And in fact, I'm not even sure if we're going to keep the monthly. It may be yearly only after the launch. But the pricing will be going up. Yes, after launch. Uh, Elijah, you're clicking on the login. Is that what you're saying? Okay, Anshu, do you want to take a look at his to see he's posted his email there? You're welcome, Maxwell. Oh, Carl found Todd. Yay. Okay. Uh, no, Carl, or I'm sorry, who was that? Somebody just, Peter, it doesn't have two S's at the end. I don't even know how that went through. SYNTHESYS.io. You're welcome, Samuel. No, Susie, I don't know what the price will be after launch. To be determined.
Okay, you guys wanted to see the video I did, right?
Yes, they're anxious, and they're even on your TikTok account right now. Some of them.
Really?
Yep.
You're kidding. I posted it there. Okay, here we go. Now remember, we just made this graphic. We just did this during the webinar. All right.
Did you feel the Boston earthquake this morning? I'm meteorologist Todd Gross. This is obviously tongue in cheek, but yes, an earthquake occurred at 10:22 this morning on York, Maine, right over York, Maine. And I'm going to show you a map that shows you the extent of where you may have felt it. And I'm really curious in the comments to let me know if you felt it. I'm just outside the area that should have felt it, and I didn't feel it at all, but my son did in the western suburbs of Boston. Here, let's take a look at the map. So the earthquake was 3.8 magnitude, and it was located right here in York, Maine. Now, I'm traveling in Western Mass right now near the Vermont border, and I've pulled over so that I could do this video for you, but I did not feel the earthquake at my location just outside. However, my son is located in the western suburbs here. He did feel the earthquake, but he was making kind of fun about just how little the earth shook. He barely felt it. Closer to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine, even Boston, North Shore near Haverhill, southeastern sections of New Hampshire. I'd like to hear from you. Let us know if you felt this earthquake. I'm Todd Gross, the meteorologist, and I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some indication of why you felt the earth shake this morning.
Okay, what do you guys think? Did we turn that graphic around nicely? Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Flo. So let me show you one of the bonuses. One of the bonuses is Todd's TikTok breaking news strategy. So I just did it. All right. I just did that breaking news strategy where I got on. There was a piece of news that people are searching for in their search bar on TikTok. And therefore, there's going to be high views because it was in that realm of search, because that just happened. Now, when you're able to make a graphic like the one that I did and then refer to it without violating any copyrights and worrying about TikTok discovering that you copied that from somewhere, etc., it makes things a whole lot easier and you could get things out really quickly. And that's just what we did with that graphic that we produced during this webinar, this one that Dinesh produced. Did you survive the earthquake January 27, 2025? Now, you saw that we did that just seconds after the earthquake happened. We didn't actually plan the earthquake for this webinar. It just happened on its own, but we immediately stepped on it, made a graphic for it, and I then took it. You guys gave me the idea to take it and put it on TikTok and follow that breaking news strategy. So this whole thing is just kind of like a circle here. Yes, we have the software which can make any kind of graphic, but yes, we also have my breaking news strategy, and we showed you how you can actually utilize that. And to get involved with this, all you have to do is, of course, purchase, and we're suggesting you purchase this, the main Ultimate package, the special launch pricing on Ultimate, which is the all-inclusive package. For $137, and just go to that link above. Okay, Luann, there you have it.
Sorry, I was talking with my granddaughter, and for a second, I do have to let you know, if you check the SAS beta group, but Delphine left you an image and a message.
Oh, great. Thank you.
We had an ongoing thing last night for everybody who was not on last night's webinar about the Sasquatch. Russ, thank you. And I'll email you after this, and we'll see if we can get that squared away. Nancy, you can I'm not exactly sure how to answer that one. You have your logo and you use your prompts to add things to the logo. So maybe that answers your question. All right, thanks, Russ. 58 seconds in, and at least one person has already responded to Todd's TikTok. Yes, Todd, if you could possibly demonstrate a book cover. We've had a couple people asking about book covers. Are you available to do that?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, let me just read some of the comments here. They felt it in Bridgewater, Andover. They felt it in Fitchburg, Georgetown, Mass. My house did shake for 15 seconds. Lowell, Mass. Cumberland, Maine. It was a good-sized earthquake. So we're getting people immediately jumping in, answering the comments to try to, let us know what's going on.
That's great.
Okay. So let me grab my Phedra. Okay, we have book covers. These are nice. But we could start with anything and change it to anything. I'll speak to it.
That's a great idea because I don't think you've done that so far, have you?
Yeah, but the problem is it's picking you up.
Oh, I am muting. I'm muting.
Please change the background to a desert planet. 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 All right. Please change the name to Into the Void of the Moon. please create a banner on top which says Dune, the New World. I got my words from before and put it in. There we go. Now we just have to get rid of that thing on the top. So Oliver and Anshu would say that I should be highlighting the top, but I was able to get it anyway. So it took some work, but I got it to do kind of what I was trying to do. Now let's see if I could change the name with that highlight. I've had mixed results using the spot area function.
Larry's asking if you can use the highlighter and say remove text in highlighted area.
Say that again?
Can you use the highlighter? That I think he means the spot editor.
Yeah, that's what I did. I used the highlighter this time. I did it at the bottom.
Okay, and he asked it, did you remove the text? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I changed the author to my name with the highlighter
Okay.
just
So
now. It actually worked this time. Before I was trying to do it without the highlighter and it was jumping the text all over the place. So I guess the highlighter makes sense. I've had mixed results with the highlighter too. I had to play around with it a little bit, but it works so fast that these iterations just come really quickly and it doesn't take anything to, do it again. That's why I'm recommending folks get the unlimited so that they could do as many iterations as they want.
Absolutely. And it looks good. I like the look of that.
All right, and then we could just export it. How did Anshu do the background thing before? Is that share? No. When he removes background. Gotta watch him do that again. Was that only in the Chrome extension?
I
Todd, you would
saw
have
it.
to. Hi, Todd. You would have to click on export at the
On
top.
export?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll look at that. Thank you, Anshu.
And that's also where the 4K upscale is. So everybody was asking about how do you upscale? That's where the option for that is too. So thank you,
Yeah.
Anshu.
I couldn't find that earlier. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Oh, look at that.
You're welcome. I was unable to find the unmute button. All right.
Fantastic. All right. That's the book cover. Wow. All right. Here it is, toddsuggest.com/Phedra. We're going to wrap up soon. Please ask the rest of your questions as quickly as you can in the question answer box. Luann and team, including Anshu, is here to answer them.
Anshu, here's another one for you. Susie's asking, what size is the original image scaled at and what DPI? Do you have that information? And for some reason, I cannot highlight her, flag her. There it is. So I just flagged her comment, her question. Cindy, I'm so glad, and I'm so glad you got some of your questions answered about how to do things. So. Stephen and everyone else, always make sure before you purchase that the affiliate you want to purchase through shows up on your secure checkout page before you make that purchase, because otherwise the affiliate doesn't get credited properly, and that's a disappointment. You also may miss out on any particular bonuses that particular affiliate is offering you. So we really frown upon changing affiliates once the purchase is made. So always make sure that the name is there. You may have to go back and click on the link again for that particular person so that the name shows up.
So 15 minutes ago, we posted this video to TikTok. We're able to grab people's attention with the graphic that we produced inside Phedra. Did you survive the earthquake January 27th, 2025? That earthquake had just happened at 10:22. We were alerted about it at 10:57 or 11 a.m. Actually, I think it was even after that. We were alerted shortly thereafter, between 11 and 11:30. We immediately took our new graphic, we posted it to TikTok, and I'm going to refresh my TikTok right now. I'm going to close all my windows. I'm going to go to my profile. I've refreshed it. And we now have 89 comments. 89 people have already commented, and we have 3,259 views. That has just happened in the last 15 minutes, all because we took this graphic and were able to grab people's attention with that graphic immediately with our tongue-in-cheek graphic about surviving such a small earthquake. And I'm just reading.
352 views, is that what you said?
No, 3,900. Where?
Oh boy. Okay, I really heard you wrong.
Here, I'll go back to it. It's 3,364 views and 90 comments now.
I heard the 360. Yeah. So 3,000. Wow. Wonderful.
All right, so here's some of the comments. Yes, I felt the earthquake here in Boston! Exclamation point. What a complete shock. I'm in Kennebunkport, that's right near York, Maine, and I could feel the earth rolling under my feet. It lasted for about 30 seconds and was over before I could even think of to get to a shelter. So far, no damage. I felt it in Keene, New Hampshire, and my buddies in Troy, New Hampshire felt it too. Yes, we sure did shook the house. I'm just outside Providence, Rhode Island. I did not feel it here. Peabody, Mass was a bit startling. Felt like when I used to have the subway underneath me. Amesbury, Mass. House shook for 15 seconds. I was so confused until my daughter, going to school in Newburyport, texted if I felt it too. Was on phone with my sister, who is in Northampton, New Hampshire, and it shook her house, and pictures fell off the wall. So all this feedback is coming to a TikTok that we posted during the webinar while I was doing something else from that image that we produced in Phedra. Go to toddsuggests.com/Phedra right now. Pick up the Phedra Ultimate All-Inclusive Package for $137, then proceed to the next page and purchase the Unlimited so that you could make instant graphics like this too. Next comment. It was felt all over Cape Cod from Falmouth to Truro. Andover, yes. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, the house shook for 15 seconds. Definitely noticeable. Could not have missed it. Winchester, Massachusetts, felt like someone was jumping up and down in the house for about 15 seconds. I felt it as far down as Kingston, Mass. My whole bed shook. Melrose, Mass. Sitting in my car, it felt like a wave passed under me as though I were in a boat. Gloucester, Mass. The house shook. Georgetown, Mass. My house did shake for 15 seconds. Franklin, Mass. Yes. Newburyport, felt it. Slept through it in Medford. That's the place to sleep through it. Felt it in the south coast of Mass. Felt it in Rochester, Mass. Small table shaking. Nope, in Manchester, Connecticut. So we have an idea here. Is this normal for that area to have shakes? No. Lowell, Mass. Yes. Medford, yes. Kittery, Maine. Huge thunderous boom, Luann. Then shaking for about 20 seconds. I thought a plane crashed near my house. It was so loud. Felt in Bridgewater, Mass. Felt in New Bedford. Felt in Concord, New Hampshire. Felt in Wilmington, Mass. I'm in an area that should have, but didn't. I was making my bed and my daughter told me. I'm in Belchertown, Mass. And felt it. Felt it in Fitchburg. Felt it in Halifax. Felt it in Auburn. 17 miles from York here in New Hampshire, and my house shook. Roslindale, I felt it, just rumbles. Roxbury, yes. Sounded like a big truck was rumbling through as well. There you have it, just some of the comments, all because of what we did on this webinar just moments ago. What do you think, guys? Was that the coolest thing that we did all that? And Benjamin says, Milford, Connecticut, my condo is shaking like crazy. Well, thank you, Benjamin. Dave says, welcome to California. Now I'm reading your comments in the question answer box. Cindy says, that's a viral video. It's not viral yet, but because of all those comments and the forwarding, that'll send it viral soon. Okay, and then you guys have some more questions coming in, I see. Very good.
Sandy got the big package. Thank you.
And
Congratulations. Yep.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm going to go do some work off the side here on Phedra. I'm going to let Luann wrap up.
All right. Stephen, thanks. Glad you're in. I'm glad everybody really enjoyed that. And what a fantastic way to showcase what Phedra can do by what Todd just did. That is just wonderful. So you just put your imagination together and figure out all the different ways that you can use this. Polly, we don't know where Oliver got the name, but Phedra it is, and Phedra makes it stand out, and we're loving this name. Benjamin, thank you. Benjamin said this webinar was even better than yesterday. I think so too. And Todd did everything live, except that one video that we showed. Everything else was live, and so that was fantastic. We had a few videos last night, which does cause some problems on GoTo. Sometimes people can't see or hear them, and so Todd decided to do as much live as he could. Go for it, Polly. Dive in, get started. Thank you, Cindy. Well, we've been on here for 2.5 hours again, and we still have quite a few people left. If anybody has any additional questions, please let us know. His TikTok is the Todd Gross, one word. And I can put that. I just put that in the chat. But yeah, thank you, Cindy. With a different spelling, Phedra means bright in Greek, and that may be where it came from, since Oliver is Greek. And we think this is a very bright piece of software. We will have 2 additional live webinars tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to come back and join us at that time and get your questions answered live. And David also says it means princess. Okay. The replay from last night's webinar is also on the sales page. So if you do want to watch it, you're welcome to do that as well. And, you can go through and check out things that you may have missed when you were watching the webinars.